What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another gameplay video on Arena here at the Aether Hub. My name is Jason, and today we're going to go take a look at another budget-friendly deck for you to try to rank up in the ladder. So here we have mono red burn, mono red aggro, whatever you want to call it. So this is a pretty stock list, but it's pretty budget-friendly. There are a couple things that I have in here that aren't seen in a lot of the other like tiered decks, but like they still get the job done. They're still pretty good here. So basically what we want to do with this deck is we just want to cast our creatures and we want to turn them sideways and attack in for a lot of damage. We also have burn spells to try to kill our opponent as quickly as possible. Speed is the name of the game for this deck. So on our curve we have 4 Fanatical Firebrands. Your typical 1-drop. It has haste. You could tap it to sack it to deal 1 damage to any target. It's a 1/1. Ghitu Lavarunner. 1-drop. As long as there are 2 or more instants or sorcery cards in your graveyard, it gets +1/+0 and has haste. So that's a good 1-drop. We have 4 shocks. Deals 2 damage to any target. Good for burning the face. Good for getting rid of small creatures that might get in our way. We have Viashino Pyromancer, our 2-drop creature. 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. This is a little different from most lists. I'm running 2 Lava Coils in this, basically just to try to keep it budget friendly as much as possible. But this card is very good at removing some hard to deal with creatures. It deals 4 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. So this is really good against your like Venerated Loxodons and stuff like that you might run into. It's only a 2 of, but it's decent removal when we need it. We have 4 Lightning Strikes, or lightning bolts basically, but for 2 mana. Deals 3 damage to any target. So these are good for burning face or dealing with creatures that we need to get rid of. So for our first rare spot, we have 4 Goblin Chainwhirlers. Chainwhirler used to be the bane of Standard's existence, but it's kind of got a little bit of balance now. 3 red, 3/3 first strike. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. So this is really good against token decks. Anything that has 1 toughness on our opponent's side will die to the Goblin Chainwhirler, which is great. So here is my favorite card from Ravnica Allegiance. Light Up the Stage. This card is lit. It costs 3 mana, but you can spectacle it for red mana. So if you deal damage to your opponent that turn, you can cast it for its spectacle cost of 1 red. You exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. So this card is so great just basically because there's a lot of spells that have been printed recently in standard sets where you exile a card and you can cast it, not play it, but cast it for the duration of your turn. This allows you to play the cards until your next turn. So that's any instant you might be able to cast. You can cast it on your opponent's turn. You can play lands off this, and you'll be able to untap again and play them on your next turn, which is amazing. This card is by far my favorite card out of Ravnica Allegiance. Here we have our 2nd edition from Ravnica Allegiance in 4 Skewer the Critics, 2 and a red. It's a sorcery, but it is spectacle for a red. Deals 3 damage to any target. So it's basically our Lightning Strike 5/8, but it is only sorcery speed, but it's a lightning bolt whenever you have spectacle on. And here we have Wizard's Lightning, basically another bolt. So we're running basically 12 bolts here. So 2 and a red. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a wizard, which we have wizards in Pyromancer, Goblin Lavarunner. So we have our wizards here that can allow us to cast this for 1 red. It deals 3 damage to any target. And then for our 5th and 6th rare wild card, we have 2 copies of Experimental Frenzy. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play the top card of your library. You can't play cards from your hand. You can pay 3 and a red to destroy Experimental Frenzy. So Experimental Frenzy is very good whenever you get it down, because we have a lot of really cheap burn spells, creatures that we can just cast from the top of our deck as long as we're not hitting lands. We only have 20 lands in this deck, 20 mountains. So chances are we're going to be hitting spells over lands quite often. Experimental Frenzy also works very well with Light Up the Stage, because when we cast Light Up the Stage off of this, these don't go in our hand, these are exiled, so we can still play the cards from Light Up the Stage. But Experimental Frenzy is great. I wanted to get 2 copies in this, and this rounds out our wild cards to 6 rare wild cards. So for only 6 rare wild cards, you can play this deck, and I believe this deck is very good. This is very good against Nexus decks because it's super quick. So by the time they're getting down Wilderness Reclamations, you're swinging for lethal. As long as you're able to keep up the pressure on your opponent. This isn't great against mid-range decks, but it's a little better with Lava Coil. Also, Experimental Frenzy helps you to refuel if your opponent's interacting with your board a whole lot, but this isn't very great against interaction. So basically, we want to race our opponents and try to beat them down as quickly as possible. So that is the name of the game. We're going to go into some gameplay here. We're going to play about 5 matches on the ladder to see where we can end up and see if this deck is indeed good on the ladder. So let's get into it. Game 1. Alright, so our opening hand, we do not have a 1-drop, but we do have a shock with the Pyromancer, followed up with a Chainwhirler. I think I'm going to keep this. We have 3 lands. We're good to go here. Notably, Pyromancer makes Wizard's Lightning cost less, so I'm going to keep. Hey, my opponent wants to play. Alright, Mountain, pass the turn. We have a Hello Fountain. So maybe a control deck. We'll see here. Another shock. Get down our Pyromancer. Deal our 2 damage. See what they got here now. Oh, this is a Nexus deck. This is a Nexus deck. That's good. Experimental Frenzy is pretty good here. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Chainwhirler. Growth Spiral, sure. Alright, so we need to put as much pressure as we possibly can on our opponent now. So we got 5 damage on board plus another 7 here. This might be a Wilderness Reclamation, yep. Alright, we're going to get down to Firebrand. Are they holding up Settle? Probably. Probably. So, but do we play around Settle here? I don't think so, because they might have Settle, but we have Experimental Frenzy in hand. Okay, they're not going to settle us. Okay, we're good. But we have Experimental Frenzy in hand, so getting a bunch of lands isn't that big a deal, just because we get Experimental Frenzy down and we can start just playing stuff from the top of our deck. They might have Root Snare or something similar to that. Doesn't matter. We still have 7 points of damage in our hand. So whenever they play a Teferi here, I'm just going to unload. Yep, I'm just going to go ahead and Wizard's Lightning you. Shock you.
Stand by and watch. Hold that thought.
And they have a Nexus. Ah, no. Oh, they don't have a Nexus. Alrighty, that sounds good. Vitalize, puts them back up to 7. Anything else? Alright, they do not have Settle mana. They might have a Root Snare here. Yeah, they do. So, we're going to let that resolve. We're going to get down an Experimental Frenzy. And end our turn. Okay, so having Experimental Frenzies down is good. Because we can just start playing the stuff that's on top of our deck. As long as, if we can untap, we might be able to get there. Alright, yep. You got a gift. You got your 3 life. Now they have all the mana in the world. Chemistry's Insight, draw 2 cards. I hope they whiff. They have, how many cards in their library? They got 39 cards in their library. 4 of them are Nexus of Fate. Vitalize, draws a card. And gains them 3. We get to untap. Wow. What a feel bad. What a feel bad. Oh, Jesus. Alright, they don't have Nexus yet. I'm taking everything at Teferi. Just to try to take them off the board. They probably have a Root Snare or a Settle or whatever, but like... Alright, they're just going to let Teferi go.
Make another move.
They might have another Teferi in hand.
Hardly my worst defeat.
But I don't know. We're just going to end turn. Alright, so Lava Coil's not very good against this deck, and it just happened to be on top of our library, which is a real feel bad, but whatever. They got another Teferi. You got it.
Right on schedule. Hurry!
Alright, they only have 3 cards in hand, but they're up to 16 again. They're not tapping mana. They're not tapping mana. Sweet. Alright. Play our mountain. We got another mountain. Let's try to take down Teferi. Again, if they have a settle, it's not the end of the world. Just because if they settle us, we get to... Oh, Root Snare. Well, if they settle us, we can shuffle our library. Like, we're not having a very good Experimental Frenzy experience at the moment. The experiment is not going very well. But with each passing turn, they're drawing more cards. They're getting the opportunity to get to Nexus. Teferi's ticking up, but they only have 3 cards in hand, and they're not floating mana, so we're not in a terrible spot. All right. Get down Goblin Chainwhirler.
Too old for this.
Alright, we're going to go to combat here. We're going to try to take down the Teferi. And we'll go 1-2 face. See what we got here. They're going to let it go. They don't have an answer.
Phase you out of time? I really should have seen that coming.
Wizard's Lightning to face. Fanatical Firebrand. Pass the turn. I guess I could have played that mountain. I don't know. Could I have? Oh, they have another Teferi. Surprise! They're running out of Teferis though, so that's a good thing.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. Let's skip to the good part.
Search for his Canta. They have enough to flip it next turn, so we really need to get some damage across. Alright, Fanatical Firebrand. Want to ship everything at the face as we have this Skewer on board. I'm going to leave one back just in case we get settled. I can use this. Okay. Alright. So we're going to shoot them with this to make Skewer cheaper. And we're going to cast Skewer with Spectacle at face. Get down and get to Lavarunner. Shock face. Skewer face. Land for turn. Light up the stage. 2 Skewers in the exile. It would have been really awesome if a Skewer was the next card, but it wasn't. There's a Nexus. I don't think we can win at this point, but I'll let him loop it once before I concede. Okay, having 3 Wilderness Reclamations, they're going to be able to untap this a million times and find what they need. There's 31 cards in their library. They show me a Nexus of Fate, I'm going to concede. But I don't think that there's any getting out of this. At this point, I think we're done. Should have held the 2 Fanatical Firebrands back. I would have had lethal then, but I'm just trying to get as much damage as possible. I don't know, there's just not a whole lot that I think we played it alright, but like I may have misplayed a couple places. I think we could have had it. It really sucked that the Experimental Frenzy hit a couple bad top decks in a row. There are 24 cards. There's no way they're not. Yeah. Yep. Alright. I'm going to concede. No point wasting time here. Alright, let's get into another one. That wasn't the best display. Mono red against Nexus. But, oh well. Let's shake it off. Going to the next one here. Okay, so our opening hand, we don't have a 1-drop. We're on the play. We got a Pyromancer and Chainwhirler. So creatures, we have Wizard's Lightning and a Lava Coil. We're going to keep it. We're on the play. So we're going to drop Mountain and pass. See what they got going on here. Ooh, another red deck. Got kind of a mirror match here. So get down Pyromancer and deal 2 damage. No blocks, I'll let them do their thing. Electric Static Field. Nice. Electric Static Field. Meet Lava Coil. get in for 2 and pass the turn. Okay, so this might be a memekin deck, but we have Wizard's Lightning as our backup. We got ways to deal with like gutter snipes and steamkins and stuff. Usually electrostatic field indicates that they're playing a spells-based deck, like a memekin deck. One of my favorite kinds of decks. Let them get in here. You do your thing, dude. You got it. Risk factor. I will absolutely take 4 damage. Wizard's Lightning your face. My turn. Mountain. Chainwhirler. Get rid of that Firebrand. Swing out. Pass turn. We got Wizard's Lightning to hit him. We got Wizard's Lightning to deal with the gutter snipe. We good. Lava Runner. Sure. Sure. Yeah, sure, you got it. Okay, they're 2/2s now. See if they attack. Yep. You got it. Alright, I'm gonna Wizard's Lightning their face. Mountain. Alright, they're down to 5, so see what they got going on here. Just gonna swing for 4. I'll take it. And here's where they have Shock and Lightning Strike. Or Skewer. Just look at that. Alright, let's get into another one here. Alright, so in this hand, we don't have a 1-drop again, but we do have Light Up the Stage, we have Shock, we have Lightning Strike, and Goblin Chainwhirler. I'm going to keep it on play. We have Interaction. Light Up the Stage will help refill our hand. Well, not our hand, but you know what I mean. Pass the turn here. Memorial of Folly kind of seems like it's going to be like a green-black deck. And a Lava Runner. If we're playing a green-black deck, we're going to need to take care of the Wild Growth Walker as soon as possible. Which we have Lightning Strike for that. Alright, Merfolk, Branch Walker. Sure. I'm gonna shock it. Cast down, they're gonna leave it on top. Alright. Go to combat and a swing. It's only 1 damage, but I do want to get Light Up the Stage down. A Spectacle. Get some extra cards. We got Lightning Strike and a Shock. Seems good. Go ahead and pass the turn. Got Lightning Strike up for Wild Growth Walker. Jade Light Ranger. You got it. Go ahead and take that down now. Breeding Pool, Find Finality. Alright, so they are They're a Sultai deck, so they definitely have Hydroid Krasis in here. This is going to get cast down. Not going to play it now. We're going to lose Lightning Strike if we don't play it at this point. So definitely want to just get that in. We still have Lightning Strike backup for a Wild Growth Walker. Alright, yep, you got it. It has been cast down. I'll just let this happen. It's an Assassin's Trophy. Go ahead and Lightning Strike the Branch Walker to keep it off the table. Down Chainwhirler. It's going to eat this Assassin's Trophy, I think, or any other removal spell. But if we can get the Assassin's Trophy out of their hand for this Experimental Frenzy, that would be amazing. Sure, you got it. There's that Krasis. Stop. Alright. Go to combat. They're gonna block. It's got first strike. I'm just gonna pass. Just hold up this Wizard's Lightning. I got a lot of mana for this Krasis. Yep. Draw 2, gain 2. X equals 5. Ew. Sure. Take my turn. Go attacking. Please block it. Please block it. Aw, oh, come on. No blocks. I'm just gonna pass the turn. I'll let it sit there. It's not like we're at 20. I'm not too worried about just up and dying here. Have some burn spells for their face. This does not change our math. Vivian Reed, sure, you got it. You got it. Yep, one coming in, sure. Wizard's Lightning. Lightning Strike. So we all have all kinds of draws just to win the game here, and that is one of them. Pyromancer down. And they concede. Yeah, so Hydroid Krasis doesn't really matter here at that point, just because it's just a 5/5. It gained 2 life, sure, but like Wild Growth Walker is a lot worse against us in that respect, but that was fine. That was A-okay. Alright, so we're on the play again. We have a 1-drop, we got a 2-drop, and we got some 3-drops. Real decks have curves. This has a curve. So we're going to keep it. We don't have any spells, but we have creatures. Get to put our Lava Runner down on turn 1. I think this is the Nexus player. No, this is the other. Okay, yeah, this is the Mono Red player, I think, that we played earlier. So, get Pyromancer down. No reason to attack because they're just going to hug. There's an electrostatic field. Oh, we're just gonna... Alright, let's see if they trade here. Yep, they're gonna trade. That's fine. Still gonna get down Chainwhirler. Pyromancer, sure. Skewer. Yep, we got Skewer. Take one from the field. Firebrand is decent. Let's get down Chainwhirler. Get down Firebrand, and we're just gonna push them all through. They're gonna block one, sure, fine. We get one through still. Not worried about having a blocker because Chainwhirler's pretty good against blocking hasty threats. Yep. Light up stage doing work. I got a shock and a land off of it. It'd be nice if we could draw a light up the stage. It'd be very good. Yep. Down to 10. Lightning Strike is decent. Combat, swing out, please. Yeah, sure. You got it. You got it. No more incidental from that field. The electrostatic field. Alright, they can get another field down here. Go swinging. Alright, this will pump our Ghitu Lavarunner up. That will go away. We'll get them down to 7. They saved themselves a point. There's lightning, sure. Ooh, hasty Lavarunner. Alright. Down to 2, they have 1 card in hand, we're at 10. Land. Yeah, we got there. So yeah, mono red is just a race. You just gotta race them and hope that you can just do things faster than they can. Look at that, 750 gold in that terrible card. Alright. Going to the next one here. Alright, so here we got Firebrand, Pyromancer, Lightning Strike, Experimental Frenzy. This is a keeper. We got 3 lands. Should be fine. We're on the draw, which is kinda unfortunate. It'll be alright. Alright, so turn 1 Llanowar Elves. You gotta bolt the bird. I'll just take that. Take care of that real quick. Black. There's another elves. Another elves. They have all the mana. Okay, so worst case scenario, they drop a land. They drop Wild Growth Walker and Daylight Ranger, but that means that would have to be their whole hand right now, or they'd have to draw into it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to play the Pyromancer just to get a body on the board. Alright. It's not as bad. got land. They're gonna gain 3, but eh. Alright. Mountain. Alright, I'm going to swing all this in. And block there. Sure. Alright, yeah. Trade here. Let's go ahead and take the Wild Growth Walker out right now before they can gain any more. They have a land and another card in hand. Not too worried. Branch Walker's fine. We don't have any pressure at the moment. But they're not doing a whole lot either. Get down a Pyromancer. Target them. Go ahead and take care of the Branch Walker. Pass the turn. Alright, so next turn we got Experimental Frenzy coming down, unless we get something like Light the Stage. Midnight Reaper. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get down the Frenzy, just so that we can get that rolling. We're going to need to play off the top of our deck at this point. We do have a Skewer to take care of the Midnight Reaper. I'm not gonna trade here and let them draw cards. We're running them out of resources anyway. Alright, land. Pyromancer, good. Hit them in the face. Firebrand. And we will pass the turn. Again, I'm not gonna ship Pyromancer in to trade with the Midnight Reaper. Vraska's Contempt. Sure. Not gonna block here. At our turn. Oh, what a draw. Alright, Lava Coil. That can't. Oh my god. That was amazing. Alright, so if you Lava Coil a Midnight Reaper, it gets exiled, it doesn't die. So they don't get the draw off of it. So we just cleared their board right there, and that felt really good. And they still don't have a lot going on. Go to combat, swing out. Wizard's Lightning for 1 mana. Chainwhirler. Sure. Play our land. Maybe. Come on, play the land. Ah, got another land. Alright, so yeah, we got there. That was pretty cool. We didn't have a lot of pressure early on, but getting the that got to show you exactly how Experimental Frenzy is. It comes down and it's able to grind out your opponents, just but like you can just keep playing cards off the top of your library until you hit a land. You know, if you've already played a land, or you just keep going. It's great. Like whenever you don't have a lot going on, Experimental Frenzy will definitely get you going. So let's play one more here. See what we can do on this last match. Alright. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, so we're on the play. We have a Lava Runner, a Light Up the Stage, and 2 Skewers with 3 lands. This is definitely keep. Light Up the Stage is amazing. Being on the play is great. Get down the Lava Runner. Be nice to see a tap land. what do you know? A tap land. Alright. Go to combat. Attack. Cast Light Up the Stage with the Spectacle cost. Got a land, and we got a Lava Coil. At least we got him off the top. We got Lava Coil for next turn. I'm gonna cash in one of these skewers. Stomping Ground kind of makes me think of maybe a Teamer deck, or maybe just a Stompy deck. Branch Walker. Sure. Got another Rootbound Crag. Another Skewer. Ooh boy. Alright, we're gonna lose this, so get down Lava Coil now. Go attacking. I'm gonna hold the Skewers for now. Sure. 4/4. Alright. Lightning Strike your face. Feels bad to 2-for-1 this, but I just want to get as much damage to it as possible. Just get it out of the way. We're really looking for an Experimental Frenzy now. Help Collector. Jade Light Ranger. They'll hide Ferox. Ugh. Alright, scratch that one. I messed up. I'm going to do another last one. Alright, so let's jump into one last match here. See what we can do. Alright, so Ghitu Lavarunner, Pyromancers, Light Up the Stage, Shock. I like where this is going. 2 lands. We're good. Let's keep it. Be really cool if this was like a Nexus deck. Nope, it's red based. Maybe. Get to Lavarunner, pass turn. Red white. Go to combat. Get down a Pyromancer. 2 damage over here. See what they got going on. Nothing. Interesting. Go to combat. This might be like a Boros control deck or something. Get down Pyromancer. I'm gonna go ahead and cash in this Light Up the Stage. Just draw some more. Chainwhirler's decent. Leonin War Leader. Sure, that's fine. Get our Whirly Boy in. Yes. No, please block something, please. Yes, perfect. Okay, go to damage. Oh, I should have. No, I'm stupid. Oh well. I missed the point of damage. I should have played that before. It'll be alright. We're good. Guild mages for him. What does that do? 1 tap, add 1 mana of any color to mana pool. Multicolored spell. Creature is with a +1/+1 counter. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Sure. Goblin Banneret. I don't know what this deck is doing. Sure. You got it. Yeah. Sure. Alright, I'm going to at least Lightning Strike here. Take my turn. Ooh, light up stage, good. Okay, so shock. Light up the stage. Goblin Chainwhirler down to take care of this. Next turn we have the. If they don't gain any life, this doesn't have lifelink now. So if they don't gain any life, I'll be able to play this and yep, we got it. All right, so that I don't know what they were doing. That was a very weird deck, but anyway, we got there. We got there. So. Going back to the deck. Come on. Alright, so that was mono red, a budget-friendly version. It's only 6 rare wild cards. The deck is really good for the ladder just because it's so fast. It's just able to, as long as you got your quick plays, your quick creatures coming down, you're going to be able to get in and just beat face really quick. You saw how great Light Up the Stage was. I can't say enough about this card. This card is amazing. Uncommon, it's rare quality at least. I think I love this card. I can't say enough about it. Experimental Frenzy was great in that one matchup where we didn't have a lot going on. It was able to help us build up again and go back in and win that game. Skewer the Critics, Wizard's Lightning Strike having 12 bolts is really nice. Overall, this deck is really good on the ladder. Yeah, I didn't play the greatest in some of the games. I could have did better, but overall I think that this deck is great. Definitely pick it up. It's only 6 rare wild cards. You'll be able to grind the ladder and move up and get to mythic and maybe even top 8 with it. Who knows? But just go get this and have fun with it. It's a great deck. Anyway. I was Jason from the Aether Hub. Don't forget to join the Vorthos army on Patreon. There are a lot of cool things coming out, a lot of cool rewards, incentives to join the Patreon. Check that out in the link down below. Don't forget to like this video, comment on it, tell me how I did, tell me how I suck, whatever you want to tell me, that's fine. I'd like to talk to you and we can maybe have an actual discussion on this, and you can point out what I did wrong, point out what I did right, whatever. It's all good. Drop a comment. Share this video anywhere that you possibly can on Twitter, especially Reddit. If you can drop this on Reddit, it's great. It's amazing. It helps us out a lot and gets us to get to more people so that we can keep making this awesome content for you. So anyway, again, I was Jason. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.